Hello, hello. This is Michelle Barr, and I have a message that I want to share with you today. So excited to talk to you about this. When things start showing up in my life, and they show up over and over again in my life and my business, I know that I need to share them with you as my community, as my clients, so that you can get that nugget that's meant for you right now and take that and apply it to your own life. And I love how that works. That's all a part of being a spiritual teacher. Hi, come on in. It's great to see you. That's all a part of being a spiritual teacher. And I serve spiritual teachers who have big messages. And the thing about being a spiritual teacher in the world, and especially in the marketplace, we're taking our soul and our soul purpose and our soul work out into the marketplace. And at the same time, we're holding this space of being this spiritual teacher and this spiritual leader. So it is truly a journey. And it's always our own journey while we're serving other people. It's great to see you all. Come on in. So this message that I had bubbling up inside of me, three things showed up. And I always know when three things show up like that, it often does show up in threes. It's time to look at it and see what the common thing is, and then bring a message to you. This is a big tool for you to use in manifesting, in living your spiritual journey, in your own personal growth. This has become one of the key pieces of something that I have to keep going back to. And once I got it, there was a huge shift for me. And now I use it over and over again. And I was able to share it with some of my clients. And that was really amazing. Hello. So I can't wait to share it with you. And I want you to take it and apply it. So I titled this, What to Do When Money You Expected Doesn't Show Up. So we're doing this manifesting thing. We're trying to step out there and be who we are and do what we do and show up. And then some money that you're expecting that you thought you manifested doesn't show up. And this can also be applied when you're not even at that level, but you really felt like I prayed, I set my intentions, I have true need, which I know the universe responds to. I have desire. Why is this money not showing up for me? This is about looking at where you believe the source of that is. In manifesting, when I would see people, and I did this myself too, they would say, okay, I need more money. So the human base, normal side of us then starts making a list. Okay, so I either need to ask for a raise. If I work for myself, I need to get my business successful. What's something new I can sell? Maybe we could sell our car. Maybe I could get rid of my cable. I see so many people. They're going to save money, get rid of their cable TV. We're going through all these things, and all of those can be good things when you're doing a budget. But where we are attached to that energetically is the key. Okay, my husband would need to go get a second job. We would need to do this, this, and this. You're putting it in a box. You're saying, here's my need. Here's where that money is going. And then you're saying, here's how you can bring me that money. I really want you to get this, because one of my 9 universal guiding principles is learn to leave the hows to the universe. And I started learning it in little bitty pieces, and the more you can do it, the more amazing your life will be. So that now I most of the time say, here's how I want to feel. Here's what I want to be, do, and have. I don't know how. So leaving the hows to the universe, which is the sources, this is going to come through. We keep looking out here at all these sources. There was a time in my life where I said, I'm going to start my own business because I have a safety net. My husband brings on steady income, steady paycheck. And he provides our health insurance, and I have children at home. I was making my husband the source. I was saying, as long as my husband has that job and that paycheck and that income, I can start doing my work in the world. And guess what happened? Right after I started my business, I committed, I made the decision, I had signed a lease, because at that time my business was a brick and mortar healing center when it first started. My husband got laid off. And that doesn't happen in the industry he works in. It had never happened before. It was a freak thing. And I saw the invitation and the opportunity to not make my husband my source. Who is sourcing this dream? Spirit is sourcing this dream through me. Because you see, money comes from source through people. Yes, thumbs up. Money comes from source through people. So what you want to get is source is my source. This is key. I'm going to tell you these things that showed up. I'm going to show you how this works in real time and how you apply this to real things. So first, I had a client. She said, oh, I've been talking to this person. They want to step into my package. We had created this dream package she was selling, and somebody got this close and was going to buy it, and then started flaking and started falling out. And that happens. It's all part of the business. And they had gotten so close that they had said, okay, let me get the money together and I'm going to give it to you. So she started expecting, yes, source is my source. I'm going to show you how to apply this now. She started expecting that money. I mean, they said they were paying. It's right there. Now, I have coaches, and we have a saying that you don't count that money until you've got the credit card. We'd have to stand up and say, my sales this week are, and she'd say, give me the last four numbers of the credit card. So there's always that practical piece and then this source piece. So she started counting on that money. And it was the amount of money that was going to help her meet her goal. So I want you to get all the pieces of this. She had set a goal. She had done her part. She was leaving the house to the universe. She thought that the source had shown up. And at the last second, it appeared to fall through. And she started making up stories, which we do. And once you do that, the minute you start making up stories, now you're telling the universe what is. And whatever you say is. So now you've jumped in and thrown your own mud in the mix and muddied it all up, because now you're telling the universe these stories. The universe is like, oh, wait, I thought I was delivering you what you asked for, because ask and it is given. But now you're telling me these stories. I have to add these stories into the mix. Do you see how powerful of a creator you are? I want you to get that. So I helped her shift that. Wait a minute. Don't start saying you're not going to meet your goal. Don't start making up stories. Don't even make up stories. If you've shifted your energy now into scarcity and lack, and now all of a sudden, hi, it's great to see you. Now all of a sudden you're looking to this one client, this one money coming in as your source, just like I was looking at, oh, well, I can do this as long as my husband is making that paycheck. But source is my source. And source can surprise and delight you. Source can bring you money from all kinds of places, all kinds of unexpected places. I've been teaching this to my clients, and I've learned to really use it. Universe, surprise and delight me. So the more we get locked into this co-creation with the universe, where we're saying, here's what I need, and here's how it has to come to me. And then when it doesn't, we look at that as the source. So I was working with this client, and I was showing her, this could still come in. The month isn't even over yet. first stop making money stories. Stop making stories, or they will have to go into the mix. They'll have to go into the order, and you want your order and your intention to source pure and clear and clean. Leave the hows to the universe. So, okay, I thought the money was coming from here, and she had been really excited. This is when this really can get us more. She had been really excited. I made the biggest sale I've ever made. What? It's not happening? What did I do wrong? Now the money's not coming. Now it's not going to be there. And then we get fear like, oh my gosh, what if the money doesn't come? Because you see, when we're running our own businesses, and we do this in a lot of ways, but especially entrepreneurs, we have invested money in our own growth and our own training and travel and all the things we need to show up and be the best and in our business. So we're setting these money goals. So it's good to have, but going back to source as your source. As soon as I helped her shift this, which was really to clear, heal, and resolve whatever crap was going to get in the way and create a story she didn't want, 2 other people showed up and paid her, and it totaled the same amount as that woman. And then later, just not in that month, that woman came back and did a pay in full, and the money came. She could have made a big mess out of it. Do you all see? But she got clear, because this is the kind of work I'm doing with my clients. Yes, I'm teaching you how to build your business, get your book written, do your signature talks, make offerings, sell them, create a community, speak for your business, and all those things. But these are the key things. And I have another client story I'm going to share with you that's amazing. So these are the ways that I'm helping my clients, because I'm doing them in my own life as well. So I took that lesson from her, and we always, as spiritual teachers and leaders, as coaches, as guides and advisors, we always get the opportunity to drink our own medicine. As much as I'm in my business serving my clients, it's a personal journey, and I'm learning my own stuff. So of course, no surprise, all of a sudden I had a client, and I'm pretty full these days, and I have clients that work with me for a whole year. And so I have money coming in. So I've invested and paying my bills for my business based on that money. And I had a client who'd been working with me for a long time, all year long. And she started bumping up against her stuff, bumping up against her crap. And she thought she needed to fall out. And so I started coaching her on it. But what it resulted in was a big payment she had coming due to me. Suddenly, she was saying, I can't make this payment and I need a month. And I'm always working with my clients, but it's a balance of working with them as the business professional and being their coach and seeing their crap come up. And I have to confront you and call you on that crap when it comes up. So on her end, she's dealing with her crap and thinking she needs to fall out, and your ego brain gets in there and you get in fight or flight, and it's like, well, I know how I'll solve all this mess in my life. I'll stop paying some of my bills. No. That usually creates the opposite: constriction, fear, and lack. So she had that going on her end. On my end, this was a big payment that was supposed to come due, and I had just invested in the next level coaching for me. And so I was watching how much money is coming in a month. So for a moment, I was going to fall into that. What? She can't pay her bill this month, and now she is creating money drama with me and all of this. Everything is an opportunity, because I cleared a lot with this one. First, I looked at what I had just coached a client on, and here it was, time for me to drink my own medicine. And I shifted it, and here's how. I remembered, wait, I am getting now in this standoff with this client. It's not good for her. It's not good for me. I'm going to put all kinds of emotions, all kinds of thoughts, and start telling stories about this situation and this client. And I know better than to do that. She is not my source. Source is my source. The money will come. I've done all my part. I've done everything in my part. Much like my client, as soon as I shifted it and I cleared the crap out of it, cleared away whatever was going to muddy it, whatever was going to come in and muddy it, my client was still falling out, but I got 2 new clients step in immediately and paid me the exact amount that payment was going to be. See the mirror? This was almost exactly what I had just coached my client through. And then I have a different example for you, because this can work not just in that scenario as an entrepreneur with clients. This did happen to a client of mine. So I want you to get that. The tool that I'm teaching you that I used was, wait a minute, my husband is not my source, my boss is not my source, my job is not my source, that refund I'm expecting is not my source, this client money is not my source. Source is my source. So I have this client, again, we've been working together all year. She started having a lot of crisis in her life, and that happens. That's why I'm there to help you through it. Because your crap comes up when you step up and say, I'm going to be a leader, a teacher, I'm going to sell myself, I'm going to take my soul purpose and my soul work into the marketplace. So she kept saying, I'm going to invest in this coaching. And this was huge for her. I always say, when you're going to invest in that next level, it should be a stretch. It should make you uncomfortable. Because if you already had that, if you were already in that energy, you would already have it. So that investment should stretch and grow you, but not create crisis. But there's opportunity in everything, and we learn in everything. So she had made this big investment to work with me for a whole year, and she was counting on this chunk of money. She'd been paying me regularly this chunk of money that was coming from this commission, from this payout, from this work that she does. And so for months, it's coming on this date. And she went into the meeting and she sunk, her energy sunk. She was devastated that the money was not showing up. She got something significantly smaller. So she came back to me, and first she had all this shame and guilt, and I said, no, that's going to muddy the water. We're not even going to create that story. So from a practical level, I worked with her, but I wanted her, I knew she could shift it. And I've been giving her these homework assignments to read these different things on money, mindset, manifestation, and she was doing the work. So then she wanted to make herself wrong. Hi, come on in. It's great to see y'all. So she said, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And see, then that'll tell a story. And when you ask, what did I do wrong? The universe has to start showing you everything that you did wrong that'll help you make yourself wrong. So we had to get rid of the shame and the guilt and the what did I do wrong? I said, you know, you've been doing this work. Come on. Don't quit. You're 3 feet from gold. This is what I do with my clients. And amazing, because we didn't see it coming at all. She's not selling anything yet. She's writing her book. She's getting everything together. So she wasn't going to have client money coming in. One day, all of a sudden, a few weeks later, she sends me this picture of this check. And it is a big whopping check. And she said, this just showed up in my mailbox. I didn't even know it was coming, and it was way more than what she owed me, and it was more than she was expecting from the other money that didn't come through. Because I also teach you, always say this or something better. You focus on what you want and you say this or something better. This has served me immensely. She gets this whopping check, quite a few thousands of dollars. And she said, I didn't know I was part of this lawsuit. And this check showed up in the mail. out of the blue because she kept doing her work. She didn't give up. She didn't muddy the water with stories that would not serve her when it appeared that it wasn't working. We start making stories based on what we're seeing, but what we're seeing is a result of the past, and we'll keep repeating it unless we're telling our new story. So I was able, because she's my private client, she has access to me and I coached her through it. She was able to manage her state of being, to not tell those stories, to watch her emotions, her thinking, and her feeling. The check showed up. So on my end, I got paid in full, where months before she was really saying, I'm not going to be able to pay this. I'm not going to be able to pay you. I could have gotten into a story, but I thought, what is the opportunity here? Spirit has a purpose. Spirit brought us together. I have the tools. This is for me to teach her how to get through it. And on the other end, I'm going to get paid. She's going to make the money. And now she knows how to make money and create money over and over again. She was blown away. How many times she wanted to give up, how many times she didn't want to stay in there, but she stayed in the room and she created thousands of dollars just like that, out of thin air. And that's how it works. As I'm coaching my clients, as you're doing this stuff, anytime you're expecting money and the money isn't coming and you're looking at the source, then you're locked in and then you're going to tell stories. I'm ashamed I didn't get that money and I'd promised to you. Now I feel guilty. What did I do wrong? Or you project it. I had to catch myself with the client where I told you the story where it was me and my client, because the ego part of me then wanted to get in there. Well, how dare that client not pay me, and what this and what that, and watch that come back on her, you know, all this stuff. And then it's like, I'm her coach. And I'm a spiritual teacher, and I'm a spiritual leader, and it's time to drink your own medicine and learn from this. And I had a huge breakthrough from that one, because I ended up getting all the money and faster than she owed it, helped her create a breakthrough if she wants to allow and receive it, bumped up against some of my crap that I can get triggered when I'm working with my clients. I used this in a bigger way, and I use Ho'oponopono as a tool, if you're aware of Ho'oponopono. So when all of a sudden I'm like, there's all this money drama around me. So now you want to look at the big picture. There's all this money drama around me. This is happening multiple times and showing up. So I go to my clearing tool, which I use with my clients. And by the way, these clients were using Ho'oponopono, and so was I, as a clearing tool. Whatever clearing tool works for you. Hi, it's great to see you. Come on in. So I was using my clearing tools. I was using Ho'oponopono. Once I got the lesson, it was put in front of me these multiple times, boom, boom, boom. You notice I was helping clients and having my own breakthroughs, which is a benefit of doing this work in the world, where I'm fully integrated, living my life and my business all in one. And here's what happened next. Learn the lesson, use the tools, applied the tools. I noticed that across the board, I was starting to have money drama and multiple clients. So as I was dealing with these and I was focused on them, all of a sudden some other clients were getting into this slippery slope where they were having money drama, and money drama was all around me. So I took it to the next level. Source is my source. Quit looking at these people, quit getting locked into drama and battle with these people. The money can come unless you expect it and you say it has to come from that source. Hi, it's great to see you. If you're just coming on, I'm about halfway through some of this, so you can go back to the beginning and get the key teaching points. I'm really glad you're here, because I want you to see how all this plays out. So here's the grand finale. I said, I am no longer available for being locked in money drama with my clients. I'm not making stories up about it. I had to do some work with my own coach. That's why I have a coach. And I started saying I'm not available for it. I cleared it. You see, in all these instances, I had to actually not just get it here. I had to take action. I had to confront some things. I had to do some stuff. And what happened next was amazing. Almost every one of my client accounts cleared up to the point that someone who was not on my radar at all, because she had been paying me like clockwork, wrote me and said, I don't want this money stuff in my way anymore, because she's been doing the money homework too. And she'd been doing the money homework that the other woman was doing. She said, tell me what I owe you and I just want to pay in full. And suddenly, every client I have, except one client who's working out some big stuff, all my accounts cleared. All this money came flooding in. I had a huge money month, and I had been journaling and writing, because besides the money coming in, I don't want to carry that crap in my energy. I don't want to carry money drama and drama with my clients and money crisis, and it drains me and it eats up my time, and then I have to do more of my own work on it, and I cleared it. But I cleared it because I worked through it when it showed up. I could have said, and I would have in the past, and a lot of you can relate, oh my gosh, why me? All of a sudden, nobody's paying me. All of a sudden, there's all this money drama. All of a sudden, my money's not coming. Why? Do not ask that. You don't want to tell the universe that that's what you need to start living. Right away, anytime you're looking at somebody as the source, like I told you with the clients, with her commission check for her job, with my husband having the steady job and paycheck and the insurance, source is my source. And I physically, as I was training myself to do it, oh wait, I'm locked into this, I'm constricting now, expand. I know source is my source. And the more I chipped away at it and cleared and cleaned and healed and resolved my own crap inside of me, the money came flowing in, the drama stopped happening. You can apply this big or small. Just because you've hopped on here live or for the replay and now you're getting exposed to this, be aware, because it's either already in your life or it's going to show up. Use this as a tool. Don't just carry it around in here. Use this as a tool. You can even, a lot of times when we're anchoring teachings in and anchoring energy and tools in, we do it physically. Oh, wait. Source is my source. And when you do that, you expand, you lift up, which opens your heart and opens your chest, and you connect with source and you let source figure out the hows. If you're really creating drama and you feel like, why is this happening and I can't get out of it? It's because you're stuck in a loop and you keep creating it and you're asking why, which makes source have to keep showing you and keep giving you opportunities to figure out why. How about you clear, heal, and resolve it? I hope me showing you this journey has shown you this is what my life and my work look like on a daily basis. I'm dealing with my crap, doing the work, moving forward, and helping my clients do the same. And as much as I do business strategy and the marketing to make it work, I also do the mindset to make it happen. And I also work with clients who really need the healing and the mindset piece. So really, if you missed any part of this, go back and get the whole thing. Yes, so much sense needed to hear this. I'm so glad, because you don't want to start telling those stories. It's like throwing mud in the water. You're trying to clean the water, and then you're like, let me throw all this mud in here. You throw your stories in there, you change the energy. The universe has to respond to your vibration and your energy. Thank you so much. I'm glad you find it valuable. I'm so glad you show up here. And so your energy, your emotions, your feelings, learning to manage your state is key. Once I managed my state, instead of letting those clients and all that drama and making stories about it and all of this and then get mad at them, and then we go, wow, that'll come back on them, and all that crap that I used to do. I used to have a story about money drama and clients, and so I kept creating it because, boy, I was stuck in that story and I had to be right. I don't want to be right about that story at all. Do you see in all these stories I'm sharing with you and the tools, how once I worked on it, every time the universe threw me a pop quiz, I worked on it, and then the big payoff came. I wasn't even working on, let me have all my clients pay me in advance, pay me all the money they owed me, all of that. I'm so glad. I love when you need to hear something and there it is, and keywords, and you start feeling that light bulb going off and those emotions. It means there's something here for you. The universe will start throwing you pop quizzes. I coached a client on it. It got a result. Then, of course, because that's how it works, I'm always the student and the teacher. I got to apply it to my life. Then another client came in with a different scenario and we applied it again. This has changed her entire life, both clients and my life, because the more you're able to just show up and do what you do and do it every day, and source is your source, and you leave the house to the universe of how it comes in, but you're providing value and doing your part. So you notice now it's not tit for tat. I did that. That has to come back to me through that one channel. It can come from all over the place. That doesn't mean you don't hold people to it that owe you money. I still held people to it, but I wasn't triggered. Now it's neutral. It's not okay for you to take my services and not pay me. But before I was charged and it was triggering me, and that's when it'll come back to bite you. So then I was able to just deal with it and to show up and be the coach and the advisor and the guide and not be triggered. When you're triggered, it's your own stuff. So that's the difference. So of course you hold the people who owe you money, you hold them to it, you clean it up, you do that piece, but you don't throw your stories in there, you don't muddy the water, you don't take the universe off course from trying to give you everything you're asking for, because asking it is given. You don't mess it up, and you don't carry around an energetic state that starts attracting it. That windfall, when all the money came in because I cleared it and cleaned it up so much, and now moving forward, guess what? All the new clients I'm attracting, paying on time, paying in full, not having money drama themselves. We are an energetic match. We create in our world what we're a match for. This is the tool I want you to use. Start applying it now. Just don't get it here. Just don't get it here. Don't get off of this and go, wow, that was inspiring. That was motivating. I really loved it. You're going to need this. You're going to use this. Apply it. Apply it. And sometimes, like I had my coach and like I was the coach for these other women, it can really help to have somebody in there with you, because I was helping them read the feedback. I was giving them the money homework. We were actively working on it. I was pointing out for them, you are so welcome. Thank you for showing up. It allows me to be in and live and serve in my purpose when you show up. That's what I want to leave you with, and let you know that if you're ready to work with someone on this level, a master coach and a master healer, to help you do this work and accelerate the way I helped my clients and the way I helped myself, reach out. Reach out, send me a private message, and let's talk. Yes, information without putting it into action. Exactly. You have these tools. Catch yourself and even move yourself Wait. I'm locked in this. I'm constricting. I'm triggered. Wait. Source is my source. What else is here? Because I guarantee you from everything I told you that every time you're locked in one of these dramas, struggles, crisis, one of these issues, there's gold for you. And when I was willing to mine the gold and work through it, and when my clients were willing to take my guidance and mine the gold and work through it, we're talking about money, money coming, money expected, money that doesn't show up. It's a lot of things that happen. It's a lot of things that pay off. It's a lot of things that come through. In this instance, it is the money. So remembering these people, things, opportunities, these are not your source. Source is your source. Use this tool. And I can't wait to hear how it serves you. And I see people still jumping on. So as soon as this is done, you can go back and get the recording, see the examples, hear the stories that I gave about me and my clients, and also how to implement this tool right now in your life. Take this with you. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day and reach out if that's your next best step. Thank you.